Hey, today I'll be reading The Financial Literacy for All, Disrupting Struggle, Advancing Financial Freedom, and Building a New American Middle Class by John Hope Bryant, one of my favorite books. So today I'll be reading from chapter 8. It's about educating our kids. Our traditional education system has mostly sidestepped the subject of financial literacy, leaving vast swaths of our youth unprepared for the challenges of the modern world. This makes the call to embed financial education in every school and in every community in America more than just a suggestion. It makes it a pressing necessity. As we look around, financial decisions dictate much of our daily life, from credit card choices to student loans and mortgages to retirement plans. The stakes are high. It's not just about numbers and interest rates. It's about life decisions, dreams, and aspirations. Financial literacy empowers individuals, offering them the agency to navigate an increasingly complex financial landscape. But what do most of us learn about finances? Often is from our families. For those fortunate to have financially savvy parents, this education starts at home. But for many, especially in marginalized marginalized communities, such teachings are sparse, leading to generational cycles of financial disempowerment. Unfortunately, when it comes to financial literacy, we are the product of our environment. Studies have shown that financial behaviors and beliefs are often passed down from generation to generation. We learn about money mostly from our parents and guardians, for better or for worse, reported the journal Family Perspectives in a 2022 academic review titled Financial Literacy From Parents to Child by Emlyn Jarvis Blizzard. It's a domino effect. A child who grows up in a household where money is a constant source of stress, where bills pile up and debt is the norm, is likely to carry these habits and attitudes into adulthood. Without a solid foundation of financial education, that child may not understand how to break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, accumulating debt, or making poor financial decisions. What's more concerning is what happens to their future children who unwillingly continue the pattern. That's key. I want to say that again. What's more concerning is what happens to the future children who unwillingly continue the pattern. We're effectively graduating generations of financial illiterate young people who grow up to become financially illiterate parents. This cycle of financial illiteracy is a significant contributor to the widening wealth gap and the perpetration of economic inequality. Schools have often been touted as a solution to this issue, but so far are an untapped one. The reality is that most American students graduate high school without receiving any formal financial education. The current education system focuses on core subjects like math, science, and language arts, but financial literacy, an equal crucial life skill, is largely left out. This systematic failing is leaving our youth ill-equipped to navigate the complex world of personal finance. They enter adulthood lacking the tools and knowledge to make wise financial decisions, and often fall into the same traps as their parents did. Breaking this generational cycle requires a shift in our approach to financial education. Only then can we hope to equip the next generation with the financial skills they need to build wealth and secure their and America's financial future. So, this chapter is about financial ed in schools. Schools have always been a beacon of transformation, the great leveler. Financial education in schools can show access to knowledge, ensuring that every child, regardless of their social economic background, has a fighting chance in the world of money. But it needs to go far beyond just theory. Kids need a practical financial education, one that integrates real world financial situations into the curriculum. We need to equip them with the foundational knowledge to make informed decisions. We need to present budgeting, understanding credit, saving strategies, and even the basics of investments as more than concepts. We need kids to understand that these are tools for life. So while textbooks can provide the foundation we need, experiential learning to truly drive the message home, schools can collaborate with local banks and financial institutions to organize field trips, inviting professionals to offer hands-on workshops. Hey, it worked for me. Such initiatives can show the world of finance, transforming it from a realm of intimidation to one of empowerment. Imagine a high school program where students manage to mock an investment portfolio and complete with their schools. Where students manage a mock investment portfolio or compete with other schools. Or a classroom simulation where kids are allocated a salary and need to budget their monthly expenses to learn the consequences of overspending or the benefits of saving. That's what I'm talking about. That's what will turn students into savvy consumers, entrepreneurs, and wealth builders. That's what will reduce their susceptibility to scams and predatory lending. That's what will keep their credit scores in the 700 range, like me, and set them up to create the next generation of savvy consumers, entrepreneurs, and wealth builders. Economic growth provides jobs, increases wages, and leads to a higher standing of living for its citizens. However, the engine for economic growth is not simply having more businesses or more products. It is increased participation of the people within the economy. The more people are involved in economic activities such as earning, spending, saving, and investing, the more robust the economy becomes. This is why financial education is a lifeline in our modern world. And while the initial integration into our school system will require resources, training, and time, the return on investment from our children, our communities, and our nation is immersible. By committing to this path, we are not just teaching our children about money, We're equipping them with the tools to build brighter, more stable futures. STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, education is another area that requires an upgraded plan. STEM plans or STEM fields are at the forefront of innovation and economic growth. Today, they are the sectors creating the jobs of the future. Jobs that promise not just a paycheck, but the potential for career progression and economic mobility. Currently, low income communities are significantly underrepresented. Underrepresented. You heard that? In STEM fields, which has perpetrated a cycle of inequality. This is particularly concerning given that researchers from OpenAI and the University of Pennsylvania believe that by 2025, 80% of all jobs will require a certain level of technical proficiency. Ooh, technical proficiency. That's big right there. And the problem isn't getting better. Access to quality STEM education remains unevenly disrupted or unevenly distributed, with schools in underprivileged communities lacking the resources to provide robust STEM programming. To disrupt the cycle, we need to emphasize the importance of STEM education and ensure that it is accessible to all. This includes implementing effective STEM programs in the schools, providing educators with the resources they need to teach them subjects effectively, and fostering an environment that encourages curiosity and exploration. Additionally, we must work to dismantle the systematic barriers that prevent minority students from pursuing careers in STEM. STEM education isn't just about producing the next generation of engineers, scientists, or tech entrepreneurs. It's about equipping individuals with the skills they need to navigate our increasingly digital world and in turn empowering them to take control of their financial futures. It takes a village. They're saying I resonate with. It takes a village to raise a child. If you pause to ponder its essence, the message extends far beyond child rearing. It captures the symbolic relationship that binds us all together. We aren't just isolated islands. We're interwoven threads in the fabric called society. And this mutual reliance is what most palpate when we talk about shaping financial narratives. You see, too often we place the onus of financial wellness on the individual. We over-index on personal responsibility while overlooking the important role of the community in lifting up our children. If you're ever found solace in a neighbor's advice, receive assistance from a local organization, or simply drawn strength from your community's collective spirit, you understand this dynamic. Communities flourish when local businesses thrive. I must read that again. Communities flourish when local businesses thrive. That means go up. They create jobs, circulate money within the community, and often provide products or services tailored to the unique needs of their neighbors. More than that, local entrepreneurs become role models, showing the next generation that success is achievable and that their dreams are too valid. This isn't just about wealth creation, it's about wealth circulation. When a dollar is spent in a locally owned business, it multiplies in value as it gets respent in the same community. This multiplier effect can be significantly higher for local businesses compared to chains or outside enterprises. History is brimming with instances of communities relying together in the face of adversity. When economies, went through upheavals or when systems failed, the ordinary person, it was communities that became the first responders. They provided safety nets, pooled resources, shared wisdom, and most importantly, instilled hope. Now, this community strength with the complexities of our financial landscape in the area of instant transactions, digital currencies, and global economies, it's easy to feel lost or overwhelmed. But here's the thing. While the tools and systems evolve, the underlying principles remain rooted in the timeless values of trust, collaboration, and shape growth. And it's in our communities where these values truly come alive. Think about your community's role in your financial life. Remember that elderly people or elderly couple who first taught you the value of saving? Or the local business owner who gave you your first job, no questions asked? These seemingly minor interactions play a monumental role in shaping our financial psyche. Remember, real change, the kind that's lasting and profound, doesn't just come from the top, it bubbles up from our communities. The bottom. It's time we acknowledge, celebrate, and harness this power. I'll discuss one way next. Child savings account. So this paragraph is key. The ones that have kids and the one that's gonna have kids in the future, this is for you. When we look at our children, we often see a canvas of possibilities, a bright, balanced future waiting to be shaped by their dreams and aspirations. Yet, as any painter would tell you, a canvas, no matter how beautiful, needs the right colors to come alive. In the case of our children, these colors are the resources, the opportunities, and the platforms we provide them. One essential resource is financial literacy or financial security. And this is where child savings accounts, CSA, come into play. A CSA is a child savings account is an investment in a child's future. It's more than just a bank account. It's a commitment to their dreams, a vote of confidence in their potential, and a tool to teach them the power of savings and investments. Operation Hope in Atlanta Public Schools recently launched the Hope Child Savings Account Program. Every kindergartner in the school system who attends a Title I school receives $50 to help launch their financial futures. The families and communities of these students will have the opportunity to contribute annually up until the year of high school or up until the senior year of high school. Upon graduation, students will have grown a healthy fund as a launchpad to help further their education or make a major investment into their life and futures. Often a seed fund back when they were 5 of $50. A child can have a savings account open for them at birth. The earlier, the better. Remember the magic of compounding because they are designed to provide long-term savings for children. All you need is one small initial deposit to begin. Future. Contributions can come from parents, families, community members, and even the children themselves as they grow older. Now, you might be wondering, why not just open a regular savings account? Here's the key difference. CSA are often paired with financial education. They serve as real-life platforms for children to learn about managing money, understanding interests, and making informed financial decisions. They also have a deeper, more profound impact on the financial trajectory of kids, on the hope for their future. Studies have found that our children with CSAs are more likely to attend college and less likely to accumulate debt in adulthood. They're more likely to believe in their future, to visualize their dreams, and to likely to believe in their future, to visualize their dreams, and to realize that they're within their grasp. In fact, the Children and Youth Services Review published a study in 2013 that found that low-income children with $500 or less in the savings account dedicated to college are 3 times more likely to go to college and 4 times more likely to graduate than their peers without dedicated savings. Ooh. By investing in CSAs, child savings account, CSAs, we're creating a safety net for our children. We're instilling in them the confidence to chase their dreams, and we're creating a financial literate and empowered generation that's ready to take the reins of their financial destiny and steer it toward prosperity. CSAs, child savings account, also contribute to community growth and societal progress. In fact, the success of CSAs is highly contingent on community engagement. Many successful CSA programs, such as the Seed for Oklahoma Kids, Seed OK experiment, have been backed by community initiatives and public policy interventions. When communities come together to invest in their child's futures, they're fostering a culture of financial empowerment and resilience. This sense of collective responsibility and shared commitment creates a powerful ripple effect. Consider this: a child armed with the knowledge of personal finance and the cushion of a savings account grows up to be a financially responsible adult. They're less likely to be burdened by debt, more likely to invest wisely, and more capable of weathering financial storms. This financial stability isn't just personal, it extends to their families, contributing to a more resilient community fabric. The U.S. Government Accountability Office conducted a study showing that children with CSAs are also more likely to pursue higher education, leading to a better educated workforce that can better drive local economic growth. They're also likely to pass on their financial knowledge and habits to their children, creating a virtuous cycle of financial literacy and empowerment. And let's not forget that very important psychological aspect. A CSA, child savings account, is a powerful message to a child. It tells children that their community believes in them, invests in them, and is rooting for them. This vote of confidence can boost their self-esteem and aspirations, which in turn can have a positive impact on their academic performance and overall life outcomes. Ultimately, the CSA, Child Savings Account, is not just a policy tool or a financial instrument. It's a symbol of hope, a beacon of support, and a testament to the power of collective action. By fostering CSAs, Child Savings Account, we're not just nurturing our children's dreams. We're building stronger, more resilient communities, one child at a time. Thank y'all for tuning in. You feel me? This was one of my favorite books, Financial Literacy for All. It's about disrupting struggle, advancing financial freedom, and building a new American middle class by John Hope Bryant. I appreciate y'all time. Tomorrow, I'll be reading chapter 9. It's going to be talking about educating our communities. Happy New Year's to y'all. Keep our head up, keep thriving. The best is yet to come. We global.